So we live in this world that is full of people of all different types. They come from different backgrounds. Some are very similar to us that we enjoy spending time with and make a point to stay near them. Some are very different from us and can rub us the wrong way, and we try to avoid them whenever possible. With that being said, it's inevitable that there are some people who are challenging for us, and we simply must interact with them on. Welcome back to Defeating Weekly. I'm your host, Craig Olson. Thank you for checking out this week's episode. Sorry about last week. I just completely dropped the ball and forgot. So hopefully you were able to catch up on previous episodes. I'm excited to be back and sharing this week's message. We are now in week 96. So we're getting close to that 100 mark, which I'm super excited about. As always, check out Spotify, Facebook, LinkedIn. We're also on YouTube and TikTok. So check them out, like them, share them, repost them. It's great to see all the interactions I have with these videos. This week's episode is talking about a very difficult situation that we all experience quite frequently, to be honest. So we live in this world that is full of people of all different types. They come from different backgrounds. Some are very similar to us that we enjoy spending time with and make a point to stay near them. Some are very different from us and can rub us the wrong way, and we try to avoid them whenever possible. With that being said, it's inevitable that there are some people who are challenging for us, and we simply must interact with them on a consistent basis. It just is the nature of it, whether it be at work or sporting events. And yes, even at times with close family and friends, we have situations where people are challenging and we simply cannot get away from them. When that's the case, and when dealing with challenging people, the first thing is we must understand is that we cannot change who they are. We just can't change it. They are who they are, and there isn't much we can do about that. Once we realize this, we can change our perception about the situation. It's important to remember that we choose how we respond and how much we let them affect us. Yes, I know these things are easier said than done, and the things these people do are going to be challenging for us regardless of the choices we make. But if we change our mindset and set ourselves up to be prepared for these interactions, then we are going to be better equipped to handle the situations when they arise. In my profession as a teacher, I deal with challenging people on a regular basis. Whether it be coworkers or students, it's a daily affair. Most of the time, it has to do with situations that they are dealing with that I don't even know about. And that's an important thing for us to remember, that sometimes these people are challenging because of the things that are going on in their lives that are causing them to be challenging. They may respond negatively in a given situation due to the circumstances that they are currently going through. When I experience these types of situations, I try to find ways to disengage from them, whether it be engaging in conversations with people in the area and having a positive conversation, or finding something to do that allows me to be separated and not get dragged into the situation further. Being with family and friends that are challenging is much more of a challenge. We love them, but sometimes they can be a lot or difficult in certain situations. I know I can at times be challenging myself. These situations are more challenging as well because we inevitably have times where we have no choice but to be with them and share close proximity and must share in conversations with them. It's important during these times, we must find specific ways to help us. For me, when I know I'm going to have an interaction with this, I prepare in a few ways. First, I have a conversation with Tasha beforehand about the things I am planning on doing during that time to help me. This starts with identifying that specific situation and making a point to specifically stating what it is. I then talk about my plan of how I'm going to deal with this situation. For example, not taking anything to heart that they may say that could be hurtful, stating that I know what they will do, but I'm not going to let it affect me. I know these are easier to say than do, but by making a point of it from the beginning, it helps me be more able to use those reminders when the situation arises. Identifying ahead of time helps you to identify the same or a similar situation in the heat of the moment and recall how you wanted to show up for that interaction rather than with anger, frustration, you name it. So, this week's action steps: number one, prepare yourself prior to situations you know you will be experiencing with challenging people. Starting each day with mindset activities such as journaling, meditation, prayer, and listening to things that make you happy on the radio can help and are things that I personally use. You need to find what works for you. The second one, make a plan of how you're going to respond to the challenging people beforehand. It is much easier to respond or react when you have worked through the situation ahead of time versus jumping into the moment and being very impulsive. Finally, you need to reflect and give yourself and the other person grace. I know that's challenging sometimes because they've just maybe said something that really hurt us, but we all have bad days and most of us do have good intentions. If we don't give grace, then we fall into the trap of letting these situations begin to control our entire being. This week's quote: sometimes the bad things we experience in life can teach us the greatest and most valuable lessons. The bad things we experience and the bad people we meet teaches us how to be stronger, how to learn to forgive, how to have patience, how to keep a good attitude when things are difficult. That was by Jeanette Coron. You guys, this is a challenging topic. Hopefully, you took something that you can apply to your life. If you have challenging people, we all get it. Hopefully, I'm not too challenging most of the time, but it's a good reminder to check ourselves as well. I hope you guys have a great day and defeat the week.